Welcome back, car people. Is it chilly enough for you? First frost of the year here this morning in Bagshot. For those that watch the channel, you know me, but for those who are coming across me for the first time, I'm Kevin. I'm a prestige car dealer from Bagshot in Surrey. Seems like it's been a while since I did a Forecourt update, doesn't it? End of October, had a fabulous summer. September and October did extremely well. I celebrated a very big birthday and took myself and the wife away for a week, enjoyed that, came back to get on it, and of course the election happened, and I think a lot of car dealers, lots of businesses actually are feeling the pinch, and for a couple of weeks at least there wasn't very much going on, very few phone calls and inquiries. But I closed out the month, so for my November update, just to tell you how we ended up, we sold the McLaren 650S, we sold the AMG GTC, the red one. We sold the grey AMG GTR, which the red AMG GTC was the part exchange for. And that beautiful Aston Martin Virage was finally collected. Fantastic guy that had reserved the car and finally got around to collecting it. So the worst weekend ever for weather, Storm Bertrand. This garden you wouldn't recognise, it was covered in leaves and branches, but the gardens have been done a great job. So that was a fantastic weekend. Took some part exchanges, and let me just tell you a little bit about the stock that I've got in now. So if you remember in the October video, I actually had a videographer here filming for my new website, and he did some footage, and this car was also part of that footage. Now foolishly, when I put it online, I got the costings mixed up with another Aston Martin that I've got and put the price up way too high, four grand more than it should have been. So it took me a week or so to realise that when I hadn't had any inquiries, and I've now readjusted it, made it much more competitive. Unfortunately, the Auto Trader algorithm shows it as the price being a little high, but it really doesn't take into account the extras that this car has. So let me show you around it. It's got a genuine Aston Martin V12 bonnet. You see these carbon bits on the bonnet there? This is a genuine Aston Martin bonnet that is for £6,000. It's got a carbon front splitter. It's got the upgraded wheels. It's got the carbon side strakes and N400 side sills. And coming around the back of the car, we've got the £1,200 clear lens rear upgrade and the carbon rear diffuser. It's a 4.7 engine car, so the higher horsepower, and just under 50,000 miles. Really super example, tinted glass, de-chromed. All the details of it are on my website, and it would be nice to find a home for this before Christmas. But fewer people are buying sports cars and prestige cars at this time of year, so my attention turns to more run-of-the-mill type stock. So let me show you what we've got up here. All of these examples are low owners, beautiful histories, and in fantastic condition. The first one is a very popular Land Rover Evoque, finished in Indus silver metallic. It's got the upgraded 20-inch wheels and the full ebony black leather interior. All details are on my website. A lot of people ask me for sometimes a more run-of-the-mill car. So this Nissan Qashqai fits the bill. One previous lady owner, she's looked after it very well. Again, a well-serviced car. We've just had it serviced and changed the pads on it. I think that will make a nice family car for someone. Not a lot to tell you about it, but this Audi A4 here, this is an interesting example. I was offered this from a former customer. He called me and said that his 91-year-old father wanted to change his car, and I thought maybe he's going to give up driving, but actually no, he's changed it for something smaller. The A4 was getting a little bit too big for him. I did wonder if it would fit my stock profile, but when he told me about it, I just had to buy it. The car is absolutely like new. One blemish on it, which I pointed out in the video, just on the windscreen here, a tiny little chip, but you'll forgive it that. The wheels are absolutely unmarked. It's fitted with Pirelli P7 tyres. The leather interior is really nice order. It's lovely low mileage as well, 36,000 miles, I want to say from memory. And if you look on the inside here, looks like the back seats probably have never been sat in. And if you focus down here on the sill, the entry sill plates have even got their original stickers on. This is the most beautiful example. We've got a Volvo here that came in part exchange. This was a car that I thought I probably would just trade straight on. But again, when the car came in, I thought there's going to be a customer that I can find for this. So just tidy up a few little dents and scuffs, improve the wheels, and that will make a nice cheap car for someone. And last but not least, got this lovely Ford Focus RS. Low owner example with a magnificent service history. Car was actually serviced at a company called Power Engineering, who are an RS specialist. Funnily enough, back in the day, when I was motor racing, I used to race in the Ford Fiesta Championship and a Sierra Cosworth in the Production Saloon Championship. And Power Engineering were the company that rebuilt my engines. So it's lovely to see that they're still in business, and you can be assured that this car has been looked after. A lot of them, of course, are driven by people that really can't afford to run them. So this is a terrific example, finished in one of the better colours, stealth grey, with the raven black leather interior. They've got the lovely RS accents around the car, finished in orange, which is one of my favourite colours, the satin black alloys and the cool blue calipers. This car's had the rear brake discs changed recently too. All details of this are on my website, as are all the other cars. It's important at this time of year to keep on top of your batteries, and if you're putting your car away for winter, particularly with models like an Aston Martin that even in summer should really be left on a trickle charger if they're not being used, very important to put them on trickle charge during the winter. And if you're leaving it away for a little bit, before you put it away, check your tyre pressures and all your levels. Now I keep my cars on trickle charger where possible. This example is on a normal Aston Martin trickle charger plugged into the mains, just an Aston Martin trickle charger there, which plugs into a socket in the boot. They're in various places on different cars, but essentially in that right hand area. It's also an option to use a power bank. A good customer of mine, those of you that remember the gentleman Aston from Ireland who bought the lovely red DB9 from me, he parks his car about 100 metres away from his house, and he doesn't have access to run a trickle charger from any power point, so he purchased a power bank. Unfortunately, I'm not sponsored by anyone. The channel's not big enough for anyone to want me to promote their products yet. If anyone does, please get in touch. Plug. But I can show an image of the product that he bought from Amazon, and we're around Black Friday now, so perhaps there's some deals online. So he charges this power bank up indoors, takes it to the car, and it's good for at least 3 or 4 days of power before he does it again. So that's a nice little tip for you. So that's a wrap on my Forecourt video for November. I hope you've enjoyed the content that I brought you today. It'd be really lovely if I could get some more subscribers to the channel, though. I'm very low on subscribers compared to other channels out there. Perhaps I'm just old and grey and boring, maybe, I don't know. But if you could kindly subscribe to the channel if you've liked the content, and you obviously then get to see cars as I list them. Viewers from back in the day will remember me when I was on Paul Thorpe's channel, and that's what encouraged me to start doing this. Paul has now moved on to politics and has got over 250,000 subscribers on his channel. If I could even get 10% of that, I'd be delighted. So it'd be really helpful if you just smash that like and subscribe button, help me grow the viewers. That would be really kind. Thank you very much. Anyone that's in the market for a nice car, please contact me. Got lots of regular stock in now, with more coming. And indeed, if you have a car for sale, then please reach out. Would be helpful to have an email with the registration number, mileage and a brief description. And if you are able to send me that on WhatsApp instead of email, that's also helpful. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in December for my final roundup of the year.